We'll start with Darkseid.
Darkseid. What's it? Uruk, so isn't that how he's meant to be in this film?
Uxas.
Uxas. Sorry.
What do you mean by that? Is that a separate character, or is it?
Oh, you tell me. I found it online.
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe it's just maybe he doesn't like Darkseid at the moment. Maybe he's feeling a bit brighter. I don't know. Maybe he's feeling, he's more youthful. He's got a bit more energy. Brightside, yeah. But he thinks Brightside's a bit weird, so he goes with whatever Daniel said, because I've forgotten.
He's gonna come into the film with Mr. Brightside playing up the background.
Yeah. Oh, that'll actually be a banger, you know.
Yeah, I think definitely he could take Thanos like in a fight 100%.
Oh yeah, especially with that big axe or spear thing.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. The big gluey one. Yeah, that thing. Looks like a mean thing, that.
Yeah, that's like a lot of the shots have like been him and the axe, and like obviously
in-depth technical detail.
We haven't seen the classic Omega beams. Well, I mean, I have.
Yeah.
But spoil it right before the film comes out.
But yeah, so
we haven't seen anything in trailers, but actually, guys,
Danny actually helped edit the Snydercut.
Indeed, yeah.
Helped put all the graphical features on, didn't you, Danny? No, I'm just kidding.
I did, yeah.
I can tell you all that
actually played
Stephen Amell is coming back as Green Arrow in a post-credit sequence.
When you see Ultron turn up at the end.
When
Ultron turns up at the end, you won't see that one coming.
Yeah, but the whole point of Darkseid and the axe, I think it's meant to be a younger Darkseid, isn't it? And he's not like he's still powerful. Like he's going to be pretty OP, but he's not like the big boy of the DC comics just yet.
No, unfortunately not.
But then it's going to be interesting to see if he actually kind of evolves, like somehow, and
Yeah. Isn't there a bit in one of the trailers where Steppenwolf talks to Darkseid? So maybe by that point we'd actually see an older Darkseid.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone, Darkseid. Steppenwolf's going to be gangster till White Vision turns up. Danny knows. Yeah, White Vision will come out of nowhere. He's been riding the ship of Theseus all the way there.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I hope there's not a lot of jump cuts in it, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't think there's going to be...
It's a 4-hour film. I don't think there's going to be a single cut.
Yeah, but I feel like...
one long continuous sequence.
Like, you had the original Batman v Superman, which was, how long? Like, 2 hours and, like, 2.5 hours, something like that.
2.5 hours, yeah.
And then you've got the, like, Ultimate Edition, which had, like, way more scenes, which obviously made it way better.
Yeah.
Made you understand the film. So, like, the fact that the Snyder Cut's, like, 2 hours plus, like, there'll be a lot of extra scenes, but, like, the fact that it's, like, 4 hours long makes us think there's going to be some kind of scene, like, towards the end, especially, like, the nightmare sequence mainly. And, like, it might jump cut to, like, I don't know, like, the nightmare sequence and Darkseid, like, taking over, and maybe they failed, and that's the reality that Flash sort of came back in time to stop.
Yeah, well, obviously, if we pay attention to the trailer, one of the recent ones, the one that you sent before, Dan, when it does the sort of panoramic shot through the nightmare scene, there's a cracked Justice League sort of arch, which makes you think what happened there was some sort of they must have gotten the team together somewhere, which adds a new dynamic to the nightmare sequence.
If we look at Zack Snyder did an interview as well, and when he went through basically all the different chapters in the film, and said that the setup is going to be part 1 and part 2, Don't Count on a Batman, and then The Age of Heroes, and then a lot's going to happen within Beloved Mother, Beloved Son part 3, and Change Machine part 4, and then apparently after that something happens where there's going to be a big moment, which is when the theatrical intermission would be. That's 2 hours 20 into the film. And then you're going to be into the end game now for parts 5 and 6, All the King's Horses, and Something Darker.
Yeah, that does sound interesting.
So
There's definitely going to be
happen
something
right in the middle.
It was the end of Justice League, wasn't it? Where the Bruce kind of set up the Hall of Justice. It was like the burnt down Wayne Manor.
Yeah. And
but obviously
Diana says, like, he says, like, with however many seats, and then Diana says, but room for more.
Yeah.
I feel like something like that's going to happen in the epilogue, because apparently that's like it's a 25-minute chapter, the last one.
Yeah, well, I mean, what if I think it was Zach who made the point of what if the OG Justice League, the one Joss Whedon done, what if that is like the kind of reality that where the Justice League sort of won and like Superman
excuse
never
me,
turned.
I think that was my point.
Oh, was that your point? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here thinking, like, whoa, I've had a banger point and I can't remember.
It's very good. You boys make like some good points. I get confused. But yeah, like, what if like that reality is the one where the Justice League win, and Superman never goes bad.
Even Darkseid.
Yeah, and then obviously the Snyder Cut's like the big one of like Superman going evil. Like, I genuinely think Superman's going to turn evil in this film.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you listen carefully in the trailer, you can hear our favorite Tornado Man, Jonathan Kent, return to say it doesn't matter how long that's going to take, that you've got to find the reason that you were like Cynthia. Obviously, Cynthia for a reason, banger piece of music, banger scene as well. And so maybe there's something there that it will maybe pan to Superman in that sort of the world that he's come back into.
Some news here apparently.
Breaking news.
Good or bad? I'll let you make your mind up, but I think I know what you'll think. Apparently, Mira has a pretty sizable role in the film.
Oh.
Right, okay. Well, I'll say it later.
I think to explain that, I mean, I think this pretty much the scenes from Aquaman where I can't remember the exact scene, isn't it? It's where Aquaman comes out of the bar with his dad, and then she kind of just appears. I think that scene is going to be in Justice League because obviously it was cut. And apparently there's going to be a lot more scenes of Aquaman like underwater and sort of like the whole like Atlantean plot, and probably setting up the Aquaman film. I don't think he's going to become king, and he's not going to get like the armor he does in Aquaman. But I think there's going to be a lot more scenes like setting up that film.
I wonder if there's going to be a time jump or something, because according to the original plans for Justice League and Justice League 2, the first one was just supposed to be Steppenwolf, and the second was supposed to be Darkseid, and it was supposed to be set after Aquaman. And so if they're combining the two, I wonder if they're just cutting out the time jump, or that's going to happen like midway through.
Yeah.
Don't know. I think if they try to play it too much into the Aquaman thing, then I don't know. Maybe it would get too confusing with the time.
According to this, it was Aquaman refused to help the Justice League due to his new role as king following the events of Aquaman, but is convinced by Mira to join the team.
Well, that's interesting. Maybe there will be a jump. I don't know. I think it'll be cool to see him in his big orange suit again, because the orange suit's much better.
I'd love to see that again.
Yeah.
The dark one, I think. But that's just me. No hate.
I know that. I think when like Jason Momoa done an interview, he said he loved the bit where, I think it's in the OG one where he jumps from the Batmobile and he impales the parademon and he like rides it like a surfboard or something. He loved that scene, and I'm pretty sure he said there's like more like that in the Snyder Cut, so there's definitely going to be like a lot more action.
Yeah. I'm also looking at some more things that were supposed to happen in Justice League 3, and if they are doing it in one, there is a lot of action. And there's some things that are being mentioned in here where if they're not doing a Justice League 2 and 3, it would make sense for Snyder to have put it in the Snyder Cut. Like the explanation of the scene in Batman vs. Superman, where Superman comes in, Batman's strung up and says, "You killed Lois." That seems to have only been explained in Justice League 3, if the plans had gone ahead. So let's hope that's put in, and they're not just going to be like, "Oh yeah, let's hope we can get to a Justice League 3 at some point."
Yeah, I think this is definitely gonna, because I felt like after watching the first Justice League, the only way to set up a second one was with the whole kind of Bruce making the Hall of Justice. But like, I felt like the characters
they knew it wouldn't do well.
Yeah, the characters didn't have enough like development. I didn't think like Like I'm hoping they kind of equally get. I mean, we've had scenes with Wonder Woman, obviously from her film, and we've seen Batman and Superman quite a lot. But like we never got a lot of scenes with like sort of Cyborg and Flash. Like, well, we got scenes, but we didn't get like good scenes.
Which is why I'm kind of glad that they're introducing like the Nora aspect, because obviously Nora is a big part of the Flash's life in the comics and in different mediums, the shows, the series, like the series, obviously, and then the old series as well, animation. So it's good to add the dynamic of them so that you kind of understand the character more. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, and Iris West as well.
That's what I was saying, Danny Iris.
So is that what you meant? I was so confused when you said Nora. I was like, hang on.
Yeah. Nora. I'm talking about his mom, man. I'm so dumb. World forgive. It's 7:10. I'm already knackered.
I mean, to be fair, if we did see like that scene where like we're probably not going to see it, but it's a stretch. But if we see like Nora's there,
that would actually be insane. Whoever the cast as Reverse Flash, that would be interesting.
Yeah,
that's not fully CGI'd. That's where the 70 mil budget went.
It's just going to be a blur. That's all we'll see.
Yeah,
it's cut to like Flash.
That's what they should do.
4:3 aspect ratio. They'll never notice.
It's actually going to be like a shot of Reverse Flash standing there, but it's going to be like Shazam, where Superman comes in Shazam, but you don't actually see his face.
Yeah,
it's going to be like that.
Yeah. That's how Martian Manhunter is going to be in the entire film. This is going to be a shot of his back.
I would like to see Martian Manhunter take a bigger role in the film, because he's a cool hero, and he's in a lot of the different stories about where the Justice League came about. He was a big part of it. Which is cool. And I mean, he's a pretty cool hero anyway. I think.
I mean, dude's from Mars, like pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which is interesting to see how he's going to come into it, because like obviously he's kind of ignored the whole events of Man of Steel, the whole events of Batman v Superman, and then it looks like from some of the shots, like the shots in the trailers where it's the entire league like standing in like a line in the aboard Batman's carrier.
Yeah.
And obviously Martian Manhunter isn't there, and I don't know if they just cut him out, but like that seems like it's going to be like the final battle from like the original Justice League. And so, like,
might do what they did in Endgame, and
I was about to say that, CGI character, or what they did with Infinity War when they had the different stones.
Put in Hulk. Oh yeah, I was going to say when they put in Hulk into the Wakanda battle.
So the trailers could be misleading to make you think a certain thing, and then it turns out like they're dropping like another massive like reveal of something, and no one sees it coming. You didn't
Classic
see that
Snyder.
Yeah.
I think either he's going to kind of show up like that, or he's going to be like towards the very end. Like I've seen the kind of leak scene of like when he first comes, and I don't understand the context of it. But like it might not be when his first appearance, but I've just seen a scene where he appears, and so it might even be a post-credit scene. He does look cool. I've never seen like up front what he looks like, but I've seen him from the side. He's got a good side profile, I tell you that.
Oh, nice!
All about that side profile.
What about the Joker as well? The Joker's role.
Oh, we live in a society. Everyone exploded over that line, and I'm still sitting here like, what?
Yeah, let's hope he's better than he was in Suicide Squad.
Let's just hope he's better. I'm generally never been too impressed by Jared Leto.
He's the absence of his face tattoos is a start.
Yeah. Not expecting a Joaquin Phoenix or a Heath Ledger. I'm just expecting semi-decent.
To be honest, I wouldn't want a Joaquin Phoenix. I'd want a Heath Ledger, but not a Joaquin. I feel like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker was like a Joker that just needs to stand by himself. He doesn't need anyone else. I don't feel like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker would actually be a good Joker in counter to a superhero. I think he was just standalone, just a brilliant character. So I don't feel like that.
By the looks of it, he looks like he'd had either Batman being older or Joker being younger. He'd fit right in with Matt Reeves' Batman that's coming out.
You know what? I would agree with that. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Maybe the Matt Reeves Batman thing he would work with. He would work in. But I think that the Heath Ledger obviously we can't. But his character would be good. Who else would you have as Joker if we were scrapping Jared Leto? Because, well, I think a lot of people would very much scrap Jared Leto. Who would you have as Joker and why?
I mean, I don't have a solid choice.
No explanation needed.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Daniel.
Wait, who did Daniel say?
Willem Dafoe.
I was literally going to say him, but I thought he might have been too
Green Goblin.
Too old for this universe as well. But it just depends. Like, we don't know much of Batfleck's sort of past. We know the whole Robin thing, and I'm just like Joker killing Robin, burning down Wayne Manor. But I'm hopefully like it's going to explain a bit more of like the Batman and Joker's past in this film.
Yeah,
with like Jared Leto being at the end, but he seems more of like a kind of old retired Joker as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and his outfit looks strange. Have you seen? It looks very
a SWAT outfit, isn't it?
Yeah, he's wearing a SWAT uniform. But
what if it was the SWAT outfit used in Suicide Squad?
Oh, that's very interesting.
I don't think it's a SWAT outfit.
It doesn't say SWAT on the back.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, if it's not a SWAT outfit and has SWAT on the back, someone's been catfished. Someone has absolutely been done dirty, like. But
and obviously the Batman.
No,
has Joker's
I'm looking at it. It looks very like, I don't know, like kind of Middle East soldier kind of thing, and it's got loads of police badges around the front that he seems to have collected from.
Maybe he's part of this sort of resistance, kind of. Maybe what if he's even on Batman's team?
I think he is,
because obviously we've seen in BVS with Batman's kind of Batman's had a sort of team, and maybe Batman takes the kind of leadership role of like this resistance team, either against Superman. I'm assuming it's against Superman because he's
the big S's on the soldier's arms might be a bit of a hint that it is.
Yeah,
the way they bow to him when he lands.
Yeah, just the fact of like the Omega, the big Omega sign, but that could have just been like a previous sort of this could be the takeover that Darkseid does in this movie, and he gets stopped, and then Superman becomes evil. Maybe Superman kills Darkseid because Darkseid like maybe kills Lois, and like he's mad at Batman because Batman didn't save her. And then he's fully evil, and then now it's kind of like a universe of like basically injustice, but more. I think Superman would probably be working alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel that. I feel the way that they've set up Wonder Woman, she wouldn't turn to be with Superman the way she is in Injustice in the other comics, where she's more of a strength person.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, there was the rumors that Lois was going to have a child, wasn't it? It was either going to be like Batman's or something.
Yeah,
and then that adds into
that
rule.
Maybe the original plan for Justice League as well.
Maybe there's something to do with the Joker there, and that might be a bit of a hint of the Injustice thing, because obviously it was the Joker who, poisoned Superman. I think was it with Scarecrow's fear gas or something, and he thought Lois Lane pregnant with his son was actually Doomsday, so he goes and full on like obliterates her and his own son or child.
Brutal.
Yeah, big RIP there. So Batman was going to be the Godfather as well. There's a comic bit between them where Superman asks him to be the Godfather.
Yeah, I would. If I don't think they'd go down the Injustice route. I would love like an Injustice kind of storyline. Like
movie, that'd be awesome.
But I think they're going to take aspects from it with the whole like evil Superman. But I think we've obviously got the Flash movie coming up. I think that's going to bring in the kind of multiverse, and I think it's going to open up like bigger threats. I think sort of Snyder's story is going to just stick to the whole Darkseid takeover, and then from there, I think we're going to have kind of Flash open up the multiverse, and then we've got sort of maybe even like Anti-Monitor, or even maybe it's just the Flash movie's a continuation of Snydercut, and the whole that's how they kind of resolve the conflict as Barry's got to go back in time. Because we're going to be introduced to the Speed Force in this, aren't we? There's shots where he's in some sort of force, some plane. Maybe that's even actually no, it isn't. I was going to say maybe that's the scene where he does run back in time and warns Bruce, but he doesn't have his
outfit.
Yeah, which he's probably going to get in this film.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it again now, and I can't seem to find it. But for the early screening of the Snyder Cut that there was the other day, there was costumes for all the characters, and it showed Flash's outfit, the armored one from Batman vs Superman, and it also had the Joker's, which is the one that I was referring to, and I can't seem to find it now.
Had Deathstrokes as well, and someone mentioned that the Deathstroke, he's either it was his sword or something on the back of his neck. He had a League of Assassins emblem.
Oh,
yeah, that's interesting. I mean, what possibilities that Lex Luthor's going to like show in this as well? It may be in the Nightmare bit, because we've got Deathstroke. We know from that the OG Justice League, the post-credit scene with Lex Luthor and Deathstroke sort of making a league of their own.
Yeah, obviously referring to
obviously
the Legion.
That's scrapped now. I mean, that might still happen, but I'm assuming it's kind of scrapped. And obviously Lex was like a big part in Batman v Superman. I don't think he's going to have a big role in this.
No, I don't feel like he would, because he's behind bars.
Yeah, but obviously with the Nightmare, like who knows, he might. The Nightmare sequence, if it becomes the second half of the film, then there's a possibility. But I think he's kind of had his big part.
I know, that's a shame he was wasted.
Yeah, I think he was like great and kind of alluding to like this bigger threat in the whole like devil imagery of like in BVS when he says that the painting should be the other way around because he prefers like was like the demons come from the skies above, not like ground below. So like in the whole post-credit scene, that was great.
I'm looking here as well, just keeping updates with news and stuff. Apparently, Deathstroke won't be limited to a post-credit scene, and he will be in the actual film. And when we find him, he and Batman have struck some sort of deal, and they have a bit of a partnership. There's a bigger enemy. That's the big difference. They're not locked in mortal combat. They're actually working kind of together to try and figure out how to make this world work. That seems to be according to Zack Snyder.
Maybe it's the Joker.
I think it was specifically referring to Darkseid.
All right. Well, to be fair, you'd hope for a cooler combo of Batman with someone else to fight Darkseid. You know, the real interesting thing is where's Wonder Woman in the Nightmare scene?
Yeah.
We
know Cyborg's there.
Yeah,
in the Flash.
According to some things, apparently Mira might be there.
It's a bit dry for her.
I think she needs to go back to the oceans.
Yeah. The ground looked a bit dry, so I don't want her to go and suck any more of the moisture out of it with her dry character.
Well, that's the thing. Like Aquaman probably isn't
dry.
He's probably like if there is any oceans left, he's probably like there protecting the oceans. So. With like him being king.
Slowly spitting into the oceans to bring back more water, rise the ocean levels.